Are you letting dyslexia stop you from trying new things?
Let's talk about it today at Dyslexic and Unstoppable.
Hi, it's Dr. Doug Curtis.
And Lucy Curtis from Dyslexic and Unstoppable. Our mission is to help dyslexics rediscover their inner power.
That's right. And we always talk about teaching kids to be unstoppable, dyslexic kids. And part of the thing of being unstoppable is to be willing to try anything, right? Mm-hmm. Not being able to afraid of fear or failure or whatever. So obviously this is played out in our lives. I mean, you talk about it in the book with Felix Alexander, but I don't know if you want to talk about some examples or whatever.
Sure. Well, one thing with him is I think of even in sports, he's in middle school, and even though it's high school sports, he'll say, well, I like sailing, and even if I'm the only one who tries it, it's okay. I want to try that, So he's willing to, like I remember last year, it was a new rotation, like with middle school, like you didn't have homeroom teachers and things like that watching over you and helping you out, so you're really becoming independent. And he had to figure out things for himself and what bus he had to go to and things like that. And he made some mistakes, but he was like, it's okay. He says, I learned and I won't do it next time, and I'll be ready when I get to high school. And so, you have to not take your mistakes so seriously, right?
I think that's a big lesson to teach the kids. Like I think of, things he's tried is like, wrestling, and he said, my friend's doing it, I'll give it a try, see how it goes. It wasn't the best thing for him or the thing that he really loved, so he didn't continue with it after he finished the season, but he didn't do it the next season. But he's willing to try new things, and I think that's the thing. And realizing that when you try things and I don't even like to use the word fail, but if it doesn't work out the way you thought to the first time, that you just keep going and eventually you can reach your goal. So I think that's a big part of teaching.
And I think it goes with the part of, it's not a failure because you're dyslexic. It's just something that it's part of human life to try things, and it works out, it doesn't work out, it turns out differently. So it's just part of life. So even if they struggle with the dyslexic part of it in whatever activity they're doing, it doesn't mean it's because they're dyslexic.
Right, exactly. And the last thing I always say is, I can't remember, one of our teachers taught us this, is that if you haven't given up, then you haven't failed. Mm-hmm. Even if you've had some setbacks, even if the final goal hasn't been reached yet, if you haven't given up, you haven't failed.
Well, on his door, he's got this big sign, and it says,
failure is not an option.
There you go.
Right from NASA, right? So anyway, this is just one way to teach your kids to be unstoppable. Let us know what you think. Leave us a comment below. And let us know how you're going to teach your kids to be unstoppable.
Thank you.
Thanks.